Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beaman Toyota in Nashville. Had a question I want to go ahead and answer for you guys. It was actually on the sensitivity of the pre-collision system. I'm going to go a little bit more elaborate on it than just that because there's a couple things that you can adjust. But in your pre-collision system, you do have the ability to adjust a couple of things when it comes to how the safety systems work. So I'm going to show you a couple of those here real quick, and a couple of them that you might not know about. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to step into this Camry right here. This one is a SE Camry with the TRD package. Really cool car, but I'm going to step into this. I'm going to show it to you, but keep in mind that not only does this work on the Camry, it will actually work on some of the other vehicles as well. Actually all of the vehicles that have the same type of system on them. Now your screen could be a little bit different, but the way that you adjust it will not. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to shut this door so that I don't get the message up here. All right, so what you're going to see, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just go back to a normal screen that you're probably going to be on. All right, so this right here is probably a normal screen that you're going to be on. This is one of your informational screens. If you see, I can like kind of scroll down here. You can see some of the other stuff. Maybe you're on one that's got your miles per hour. Okay, that being said, if you go over to the right here, you're going to see your settings screen. So I do want to suggest that you don't shut off your safety systems, but you can. All right, so this right here, PCS is pre-collision system. If you actually come in here and you hit here, you can actually shut off the pre-collision system. You'll get an indicator over here that that system is off. Obviously you'll see that it's off on the main screen there, and you know, once you go here, that stays on, right? So I'm going to go back to it, pre-collision system. I'm going to turn this back on, that shuts off. But just below here you see the word sensitivity. All right, you can make it less sensitive, you can make it more sensitive, somewhere in the middle. All right, the question that I got said that the thing was activating too much. Well, there's one of two reasons that that's probably happening, and either you drive like a race car driver and you're weaving in and out of traffic, and you're driving like some of the overseas cars that I've seen, like on the Amazing Race and stuff like that, where I mean those guys just go crazy. It's nuts. All right, so that being said, if you're doing that, then it's going to be kind of hard to help you without actually shutting that system off. But the sensitivity right here, if you hit this button, you can go to the least sensitive, the most sensitive, or this is your standard, which is right in the middle. All right, so chances are you probably, I'm hoping you're not driving crazy, you probably have it on this mode. Somebody probably set it to this, so it's not the default mode, but you probably have it on this particular mode, which has made you more sensitive. If you want to go to the least sensitive, you can do that. You want to go to the middle, go to the middle, right? All you got to do is press this button to do that. All right, now I'm going to show you something else. LTA, that's lane tracing alert. There's also LDA in some cars, which is lane departure alert. So what the lane tracing is while you're in dynamic radar cruise control, which is, you set that right here, radar ready, and then there's your distance. Once you set your radar cruise control, you actually will turn your lane departure system into lane tracing. So now what's the difference? Glad you asked. I'll be glad you found out here in just a second. I'm just making a joke, guys. But what's the difference? Lane tracing will actually watch your lines, will help you to steer your car through the lines. All right, it's going to watch the road edge, watch the car ahead of you. It's going to watch all that kind of stuff for you, and it is going to basically help you steer. Now, if you take your hands off the steering wheel for a long period of time, you're going to get an icon that'll show up in the middle. It'll tell you put your hands back on the wheel. I call that mom, because that's exactly what mom would do. She said put your hands back on the wheel. Even though the car is technically driving itself at that point, it's not designed to do that. So it's actually designed to help you. It's not designed to take over for you. So nothing of the safety systems are a replacement for a safe driver. That is directly from Toyota. So I am reiterating that particular message from them. All right, so now, what is lane departure alert? Lane departure alert, what it does is watch the lines. As you get close to the line, you'll get a beep, beep, beep. It'll bump your steering wheel the opposite way of where the line is, and you'll more or less ping pong from one side to the other until you take back over the car. That's going to be while you're not in the radar cruise control mode. All right, so that being said, if you want that to be more or less sensitive, you can actually hit this button, and you're going to see sensitivity, standard, high, right there. All right. You're going to also see sway warning. All right. So I'm going to tell you what that is in a second. And then there's your sensitivity, low, high, or standard. All right. So what is your sway warning? Sway warning is when you've gone over the line several times, the car is actually going to give you a warning that you might be tired and maybe you want to take a break. You'll get a little coffee cup, it'll say take a break. Some people more or less say, I don't need my car telling me to take a break. There, it won't. Shut it off. Very easy, guys. So now, if you want that to be on, but maybe it, I'm driving through traffic a lot, it comes on. I want it to be a little less sensitive for when it tells me that I'm swaying. There you go. Maybe you're always on the highway. Maybe you want it to be a little more sensitive. More than likely, most people are going to keep this particular item in the standard mode. All right. So now here's the other part of the lane tracing system that I want to show you. Lane center, on or off. Okay. So what the lane tracing does is it will actually center you in your lane. All right. So like I said, there's different variations on this system. So the Camry has the 2.5 system, which has the ability to actually avoid an obstacle that's in your lane. And the Highlander has that, CHR has that. That's on the 21 and newer, by the way. But if you have the lane tracing, so your RAV4 has lane tracing, it doesn't have the 2.5, it has the 2.0 system, but the RAV4 has lane tracing, your Venza has tracing, your Camrys, your Corollas, pretty much anything that's not a truck. So 4Runners don't, Tacomas don't, Tundras don't, Sequoias don't, but I believe that's the ones that don't. I'm just pulling it off the top of my head. So if I'm wrong, definitely put it in the comments. Appreciate you guys doing that. Always keep me honest, of course. But so if it doesn't have the lane tracing, then you don't worry about this part. But if it does, you can see how I can turn that on or off. Now, I know that when my father initially got their RAV4, he felt like the car was fighting him. The thing is he wanted to ride the line on the right side of the car to more or less, have that bigger distance between him and any type of oncoming traffic. There are some people that like to drive that way. So if you don't want the lane centering, you can turn this off. So now while you're in cruise control, the dynamic cruise control, it's not going to fight you to put you in the center of the lane. It's a little less accurate that way. So just realize you're going to turn back into the lane departure system while you have this lane center off. So you're going to turn back to the pinball system. All right. So it's not going to try to center you in your lane. It's not going to try to, do any of that. So if you like the idea of having the lane departure on, but you don't want it to lane trace you while you're in cruise control, there you go. All right. So, very easy, very quick. It's just, those are a couple things that you can actually adjust, right? And if you come in here, then I'll show you this too. Dynamic radar cruise control, that's right there. You can adjust the speed reduction. If you have the 2.5 system, then you have right here speed reduction that you can change how much speed it'll reduce in a corner. That's only on the 2.5 system. If you have road sign detection, then here's something that you can do with the road sign. Notification method. Well, I want to be notified if I'm above the limit. Well, how do you want? Visual and audio. All right, if I'm above the limit, only visual or no notifications. You can adjust the notifications there. Very easy, right? Others, right? So you can come back down notification level. It'll tell you where, 5 miles per hour, 3 miles per hour, things like that. So you can get notified that you've had the speed. Now the others, this should be something, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is where you get your notifications like school zones and things like that. But you can say visual, audio, things like that right there. So it'll tell you certain things like that. And I believe that's what that is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I believe that's what that was because it's other notifications. There's another type of notification that you can have in there. So it would be that. The other one is just, like I said, above speed limit. And obviously, if you shut this off, it shuts all your notifications off too, which is very easy to shut that off. But the road sign alert, that's where it's actually going to watch speed limit sign, stop, yield, and do not enter, and it'll actually put it on your dash there. So it's actually a really good system to have. Vehicle settings, this is it. Your rear seat reminder is right here. Your tire pressure warning system is right here. You can go boom, set pressure, change wheels. You can do all of that right here. Really cool that they allow you to do that, because sometimes temperature changes, you know your wheels are fine, you don't want to add or delete pressure. Now, if you don't want to, you can always reset it. And that right there is how you reset your scheduled maintenance, which you saw. Reset data, no problem, boom, reset your data, reset complete. Now your maintenance will be 5,000 miles from that particular time. 10,000 miles on your oil changes, by the way. So just giving you a little bit on how to do these settings from the center dash here. But like I said, the main question that I had and that I was trying to answer was about, oh, got a little switch there, was about the sensitivity on the pre-collision system. That is how you change sensitivities. That is how you change all of those things. Trying to give you guys a little bit of the information there. Hopefully I answered your question. If I did, definitely give me a like and a thumbs up, of course. I appreciate all these subscribers out there. You guys are amazing. So every one of you guys, definitely, I'm doing this for you guys. Hopefully I've helped you guys out to know a little bit more and do it in a way that's maybe a little entertaining, maybe a little fun, maybe just informative. But however it is, I do try to have fun with this. I do try to answer your questions, and I do try to do the things that you guys want me to do. So if you guys have a video that you want me to make, I'll always try to make you a video. If you have a question, a lot of times it'll spawn a video, just because it's easier to show you this stuff than it is to actually try to message you back on the comment section. I'll just message you back with your video, and appreciate you giving me the suggestion. So definitely like, subscribe. If you guys want to come down, you want to buy a car from me, I'm more than happy to help you guys out with that, especially if you're in the Nashville area. Right now, we're sitting here in May, and I tell you what, cars are a little bit scarce right now, so that's definitely an issue. But I can help you with new cars, used cars. I can help you with any brand of used car as well. So hopefully, if you guys are in the area, you want to come by, I'll be your salesperson. Definitely ask for me. Always reach out to me here at the dealership. They can always find me. It's not hard to find me. So definitely, Steve Watts, Beeman Toyota in downtown Nashville. I appreciate every one of you guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.